Now let's look specifically at architecture, and this is what I call the tale of two cities, because this is a way we're getting out of now the programming side of things to more of the action side of things, looking primarily at a main navigation and how users can view your site. What we're looking at is how you structure your navigation, how you structure the information on your website, how you organize it so that people can easily find information. And then two ways that are very significant in helping people get through your website are how you group links and group information and how you label that grouping. We'll take a look at an example of that. The first thing I want to look at here is the Breckenridge, Colorado website. And this is my tale of two cities. This is the first city we're looking at here. Now, from an optimization standpoint, the first thing I look at is the title, the page title. It's Breckenridge, Colorado, which is, it's great from the fact that this is exactly what it is. They're calling it what users call it, but there is absolutely no additional information. What about Breckenridge, Colorado? What can we do here? What site is this about? We look at the site and there's multiple options, and right here is our main navigation in the middle of the page. So from here it looks pretty straightforward. But what if we do not enter on the home page? What if we enter on an inside page? Well, let's take a look at that. If we enter on an inside page, let's look. The first thing we look at is the title. And again, it's the same, Breckenridge, Colorado. If we look at the URL to help give us a clue as to where we're at, we see a couple of things here. We see we're at the right page and summer events. So that is a keyword cue to us to let us know where we're at. Now, one of the problems, though, is we're looking in the main navigation, and there is nothing in the main navigation that lets us know where exactly we are. The top says Summer Events, but the Events tab in the main navigation is not highlighted to provide any sort of visual cue as to where we are within the website. We have Breadcrumb navigation, which that can help us figure out where we are, and that says Home, Summer, and Events. Now, the Breadcrumb navigation and the URL are helping each other, and they're reinforcing where we are on the page, except for the fact that what we're seeing here is Budweiser Select International Snow Sculpture Championships in January. Now that's a problem because we see summer in two different places on the website, but yet we have an event that's happening in January. So right away we're confusing users as to if they were to enter on this page, where do I go? Am I in the right place? How do I get to related information? Because there's nothing that is providing a consistent structure of where to go for specific information. In fact, it's contradictory because we have things telling us this is summer, but we're seeing a winter event. If we look at another inside page, and here is the summer page, again, the title is exactly the same, Breckenridge, Colorado. The URL is a little more specific, Summer Activities. Again, the main navigation provides no indication of what major section we're in. The breadcrumb is even harder to see than it was before because now it is white text on a light gray background. Very low contrast, and it does not assist the user in finding where they are at. We do see here that in the navigation that it's changed significantly from before. And we see summer, however, that is light gray in a light green background. Again, very low contrast, so there's nothing that draws our eyes over to the sub-navigation. Our eyes go here where it says summer, which does tell us where we are at, and we are seeing some consistency. However, there are still some major problems with this page in helping us find specifically where we want to go and what type of information we can find there. I want to contrast this with Rapid City and their website. We know exactly where we're at when we come to this website because if we look at the main navigation, we know that we are on the visitors page because it is a completely different color in the main navigation comparative to the rest of the options. Also, we can see the navigation here, Welcome to Rapid City, and the things that we can do. And then also the breadcrumb navigation. We can see that there is consistency in what we are doing and how we can get through the website. It comes out even more as we get into this website. We look at the main navigation. We still know we're in the visitor section. We can see we're in the things to do. And also, what significantly sets this apart is there is a large visual cue to let us know that we are on outdoor recreation. And the other pages within the things to do section are listed immediately underneath. They are less contrast, but that's because we're not there. We can see those as options, but we know immediately that we are on the outdoor recreation page. That is also reinforced in the breadcrumb navigation. The advantages of building this type of architecture is that it reinforces your keywords. Not only does it help users find a sense of placement in your website, but it also helps search engines to better classify the information on a specific page and how it relates to the rest of the website. When you're reinforcing where a user is at on the page through your navigation, you're also naturally using keywords that are important in the search engines. Having those keywords in your main navigation, your sub-navigation, the breadcrumb, but also reinforcing it in the URL and also in the title and the page title, it helps create that sense of placement that is so critical for users to know exactly where they're at, but also to know exactly where the subtopics are that they may want to see that help support that information. By creating that whole group of visual cues and keyword cues to help people know exactly where they are at, it also helps the search engines in ranking a page properly based on the information that's there and the context of everything that's going on. And that's really what we're doing is with every page, what we want to do is build a keyword context. Not so much by repeating the same keyword over and over and over, but in the different areas that users look at for a primary way of gaining that sense of placement. Those are also the same areas that are vitally important for search engines as they try to classify your page and know the information and how to build that context of what this page is about. The more your navigation is reliable and consistent, the easier it is for both users and search engines to know exactly where they're at and what type of information they're looking at. Thank you very much for listening in on today's session. If you have any questions, feel free to post on the Market Motive Forum and ask a specific question. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you've got.